Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel Code with Shortcuts. So today we'll see what is API and what is called API testing. So API is Application Programming Interface, which is a software that enables two applications to communicate with each other. So why we use API? So basic use is to carry data from server called a database to the client from where the request has been raised. That means when you carry data from backend or database and populate it to client or interface, then we say that this is an API. Similarly, we have something called API gateway. An API gateway is nothing but an API management tool that serves as a mediator between the client and the backend services called as business layer. Now we have different types of API in our software industry. So we have different types of API. First one is SOAP, second REST, third is RPC. That we'll see in coming lectures. So now let's start with the demo. So we have a API, or we have a Spring Boot application, so where we will be sending request and we'll get the response. So we'll show we are sending a request, then how we are getting a response. So we'll run the Spring Boot application. So once the Spring Boot application is up and running, we'll go to our browser. Now so this is something hosted in our local host, so we'll see. So now this is the response for the resource like users, which is in our localhost port 88 8010. Now the same will target with Postman. So in the Postman I have already created a request for this user where we have created the headers and we have allowed the authorization. So authorization we are using as a basic authorization, that is username password. Now we'll send the request. Now we are getting 200. The response is 200, which means we are able to fetch the data from the server. Means our request was successful. So this is all about API and API testings. So in coming lectures, we'll see how we are doing this through an automation tool, and we'll elaborate more on the Postman tool to get more on the request and response side.